Today we are going to multiply radicals. Okay, so we're going to have one more step. We're going to multiply them, and then we're going to simplify them the way we know how to. The one nice thing about this, though, is we're not going to have variables. We're just going to multiply numbers, which hopefully all of you can do. Okay. Everybody have this down? Quick review. How would I simplify this? How would I simplify the square root of 50? Okay, I look for the perfect square that can go into it. I know that 25 can go into it, so I can break this into the square root of 25 times the square root of 2. What is the square root of 25? 5. So I'd have 5 square roots of 2. Okay, this is on simplifying radicals. So today we're going to add a little bit more. Okay, our problems are now going to look like the square root of 2 times the square root of 14. Okay, how we're going to solve these is we're going to combine them. So we're going to take 2 times 14. What is 2 times 14? 28. Okay, we put the 28 underneath the square root or the radical. And now we just need to simplify this. So now this is just like the square root of 50 problem. We take the square root of 28 and we want to simplify it. What perfect square goes into 28? Jacob. 7 times 4. I can break this into the square root of 4 and the square root of 7. The square root of 4 is my perfect square. What is the square root of 4? 2. So I'm left with 2 square roots of 7. And this is my final answer. Yep, that's all we're doing. We're just adding this one more step where we're multiplying those together to give us that 28. Everybody have this problem down? Okay. Next one. This one should look familiar. The square root of 5 times the square root of 10. First step. We're going to combine them under one radical. So what do we do? 50. We take 5 times 10, which gives us 50. Okay, so we look at the square root of 50. We want to simplify it now. The perfect square that can go in there, which we just did on the last slide, 25 and 2. So the square root of 25 is 5 root 2. Okay, let's do another example. Okay, let's do the square root of 6 times the square root of 8. Okay, we got to combine them. We're going to multiply this 6 times 8, which gives us 48. And what perfect square can go into 48? 16. 16 times? Good. And what is the square root of 16? 4. So my answer would be 4 square roots of 3. Question? So if you take the square root of 48, and you did what?
He's talking about, no, like,
here?
Put the square root of 4, because that'd be 2, so it'd be
Nope, we take the square root of, we just look at the 16. So if you had a problem and you had just the square root of 16, what would that be if you didn't have any of the other stuff here? What's the square root of 16? 4, right? The square root goes away. We're taking the square root of 16. Our answer is just 4. This is the same thing. Okay? If we take the square root of something, we drop the square root. We don't continue with it. Okay. One more example. Okay? Square root of 8 times the square root of 10. Okay, 8 times 10 is 80. So we combine them to have the square root of 80. What perfect square can go into 80? Okay, break this into the square root of 16 times the square root of 5. Okay, is 16 a perfect square? Yes, what is it? 4. Is 5 a perfect square? No. So it's just 4 square roots of 5 for my final answer.
So even if it was perfect square root, it's still only square root,
No. If we only want to simplify the perfect squares. So we want to simplify it down so we have a perfect square times a non-perfect square. And then we simplify it to what the perfect square is.
Does that answer your question?
Okay.
No.
What's your question?
Like the second problem we did,
Mm-hmm.
square root of 28 was 47, and then we broke that down to 2.
And we what? We broke it down to, yep. Square root of 4, square root of 7.
And then the square root, or just 2.
Yeah, square root of 4 is just simply 2. And is 7, can we get any perfect square that goes into 7? No. So we would just have 2 square roots of 7. Okay. Any other questions? No? Okay. Your assignment, have it up there, is on page 631. You're going to do problems 4 through 8 and then 23 through 26.